When you think about the industry at large, one of the things that comes up a lot is regulation. Obviously, we're seeing it in all different forms and fashion. Some of it seems to be a tailwind, some of it seems to be a headwind. How do you talk to legacy kind of market investors, people who think about regulation a lot, want to understand that there's certainty from a regulation standpoint? What are those conversations about?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I try to, make very clear to the LPs is that crypto is a global business. Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's global. All the things popping up in the ecosystem, it's global. And if you look at total world volume, spot and futures, I think the US is 10% of world volume. So I keep telling people, listen, stop telling me about the SEC and the Treasury and all this stuff. I get it. Yeah, the US is going slow. They're putting speed bumps out there. I personally am not so sure they know what they're doing. They'll figure it out. But for the investments that we're making, they're all global businesses. And some of them are US, but we have some, we have a non-regulated business in there. But he's buttoned up. He's smart. He's not doing any. He's doing his KYC. We're not, concerned about like any issues. It's just that he doesn't operate in the United States, and that's fine. Again, people in the U.S. think everything is always just about the U.S. And in the last 30, 40 years and before, really since the war, I guess that's been true. But this may be the first time that from a technology innovation and financial innovation perspective, the US is definitely not in the lead. And it could be. I think that this is an opportunity. I've been saying this for 2 years for the legislators here, for people in government, dig deep, understand what's going on here. And my goodness, incentivize innovation. Forget about like over-regulating it and being difficult and clamping down and all of this stuff. This is the future, and we don't want to be left behind. And, I tell my LPs, these companies, they're diversified globally, even the US ones. So I just, I think it takes a little bit of time for people to understand that. Just think about how many, there are probably node operators in every country that exists in the world, right?
Of course.
You can't say that about other assets.
Of course.
Right?
I've got my brother John here. He's got a couple questions for you.
Yeah. Hey, Dan, thank you for doing this. It's really nice to meet you.
Hey, John.
10T is an awesome name, by the way. 10T Holdings. I love that.
It's only awesome if we're right.
That is true. That is true. So I'm curious about, you were talking about investing in the infrastructure of kind of the digital asset economy. What excites you the most about that? So I see that you guys have done investments into Kraken, Ledger SAS. What is exciting to you about that? Is it the Lightning Network? Is it the hardware? Is it kind of the exchanges? What are you excited about moving forward?
Yeah, I take a little bit of a pedestrian approach to it in the sense that, what excites me about the businesses we're buying is the fact that they're making a lot of money, right? I'm an investor, okay? And the guys who are winning and know how to win and know how to build businesses, those are the guys I want to invest in. That's different from, projects that I think are cool, that I think could work. Again, I'm not a venture capitalist. I don't have the ability to make skilled judgments about, these budding enterprises. In a sense, I'm letting, in a way, I'm not letting, but I'm not making these investments at seed or in the A rounds, or really even B. We're usually focused on B plus and C and D. I don't mind paying a higher valuation, a higher market valuation if the company has established itself already. Because the space is growing so quickly. I just, as I said, I'm just trying to build a broad, diversified bet for, for the traditional investor. And I'll tell you, you look at the list of companies for our LP base, most of them have never heard of these businesses before. So just think about that. Never. And so that's why I say I think we've tapped into a whole new type of investor base. Yeah, I mean, so again, the criteria really is this threshold. Do they have a, it's not a business looking for a business, right? It's a business that's already established itself and is dominant in its space.
Dan, when you think about moving forward, are you going to just continue to allocate capital to the space? Do you think it's something where once you get the money invested, then you'll kind of sit and harvest it? How do you think about kind of future plans?
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, if there are opportunities out there at reasonable valuations, I think we'll keep going in some form or another. I mean, if I look out and there aren't opportunities or everything is trading at 30, 40 times revenue, then I think that would, we take a rest. But as I said, I mean, just think about it. 1 year ago, 20 businesses worth over $1 billion. Today there are 70, and that's not just multiple expansion. And in some cases, that's massive revenue expansion. And so, just in very simple terms, I mean, we all know the volume at the exchanges is up 5x from last year. I mean, that's 500%. And so there are huge knock-on effects as the number of wallets increase, as adoption increases. It's exponential. And so as long as there are opportunities out there, I think we'll continue to allocate capital.
What's up, guys? Bang, bang. Thanks so much for watching the Best Business Show today. If we're going to be the best business show, we obviously need the best partner. That's why the exclusive sponsor of the Best Business Show is SoFi. They're an all-in-one platform that allows you to invest in all kinds of different assets, including stocks, ETFs, crypto, IPOs, and they even have an automated investing function, if that's your thing. So before we start getting after it again, make sure that you go download SoFi, you get an invest account, and when you make your first crypto trade, regardless of what you buy, they'll give you $10 in Bitcoin for free. It's that simple. Head on over to SoFi.com/pomp to get started today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you come back and watch more of the Best Business Show tomorrow.